When I moved into my new apartment last month, I thought I hit the jackpot. The rent was surprisingly cheap, and it had this quirky, vintage charm I couldn't resist. The first week was fine, except for the occasional weird noises at night. I chalked it up to the old pipes, or maybe noisy neighbors. But last night, while I was rearranging furniture, I accidentally bumped into the bookshelf in the living room, and it slid aside like something out of a Scooby-Doo episode. Behind it was a small, dark door I hadn't noticed before. It was padlocked, but the lock looked so old and rusted it practically fell apart when I touched it. My curiosity got the better of me, so I opened it. Behind the door was a narrow, spiraling staircase that seemed to lead into complete darkness. I hesitated, but that nagging feeling of you might regret this wasn't enough to stop me. Using my phone's flashlight, I slowly descended the steps. The air grew colder with every step, and the smell of damp earth was overwhelming. At the bottom, I found a tiny room filled with strange, old furniture and scattered toys. What really freaked me out was the pile of dusty, framed photographs stacked in the corner. The pictures were all of people standing in front of my apartment, but their faces were scratched out. One of them looked fresh, and my blood ran cold when I realized it was me. I ran back up the stairs, slamming the door shut behind me, but I couldn't sleep all night. This morning, the bookshelf was back in place, like nothing ever happened. I'd almost convinced myself it was some weird stress dream, until I checked my phone gallery. Among my regular photos was a new one. It was a picture of me asleep in bed, taken from the corner of my room.